Okay, first of all, the letter RMS stands for Royal Mail Ship or Royal Mail Steamer. Out of all real-life history on the ocean floor, none is more mysterious or compelling than Titanic. Titanic, the legendary and unsinkable ship, encountered an iceberg over 100 years ago and sank 3,800 meters into the deep of the Atlantic Ocean for decades, where the world assumed it was lost forever. That terrible night, around 1,500 individuals perished. It was one of history's most terrible maritime tragedies.
So the first two maritime companies built Titanic. White Star sought a response to Cunard's Lusitania and Mauretania, which claimed to shatter Atlantic crossing speed records. Instead of quicker ship, White Star built luxury. It built Olympic, Titanic, and also Britannic. So it focuses on elegance and comfort. Next, since White Star was a shipping corporation, Titanic's principle was to build and ship things. Despite its scrumptious design, Titanic's main support was to support passengers and freight across the ocean.
Titanic left Southampton on April 10, 1912 and stopped at Cherbourg, France. Afterward, it sailed to Queenstown, Ireland on April 11. The third voyage of the Titanic from Queenstown to New York, then anchored at Rochers Point and set sail at 1:30 p.m. The Titanic made good time for the next 2 days, but however, she never completed her maiden trip. The Titanic struck with an iceberg on April 14, 1912 after 4 days at sea. Within an hour, the Titanic fallen 10 meters below the surface. According to the experts, the wreckage is located in a vast area between Nova Scotia and Newfoundland.
The first unit of RMS Titanic is Titanic was the biggest ship at the time. The ship measured 269 meters long, 28.2 meters wide, and 53.3 meters tall. The size of the Titanic rendered it as one of the most remarkable engineering accomplishments of its era. The first disadvantage of RMS Titanic is insufficient lifeboats. The Titanic's insufficient lifeboats triggered the tragedy's extent. The ship had just 20 lifeboats or 52% of its passengers. The ship was thought to be immortal, and the loss at the time did not require it to provide enough lifeboats for all passengers and crew.
Hi, my name is Afifa. So the velocity of the Titanic was probably one of its most remarkable attributes and also one of the factors that contribute to her tragic fate. The vessel demonstrated a capability to navigate at a speed of 23 knots. The vessel was navigating at an approximate speed of 22 knots at the time of collision with the iceberg. For the disadvantage, the tragedy's extent was mostly caused by the Titanic's insufficient lifeboat capacity. Only 20 lifeboats, or 52% of the total number of passengers on board, were carried by the ship.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Asrul Amin bin Muhammad Isa, and I'm representing the advantage and disadvantage of the RMS Titanic. So, for the advantage, the ship was equipped with latest wireless devices such as wireless telegraph, which were only just beginning to be used on the ship at the time. It was utilized by both passenger and crew member to transmit message to the mainland, so fulfilling a crucial function in ship operation. As for the disadvantage, the ship was going too fast as a massive vessel at the 22 knots in iceberg-filled water. Some believe that Smith's worst error was allowing the Titanic to continue going at full speed despite worries about iceberg.
The Titanic, a majestic and believed unsinkable ship, grabbed the public interest from the start due to its luxurious interior and size. Unfortunately, on its first trip in 1912, it crashed an iceberg and sank in less than 3 hours, tragically taking the life of almost 1,500 of its 2,207 passengers and crew members. Due to eyewitnesses' testimonies, this tragedy rose to become one of the famous well-known events in recent history.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Teguh Nabil. Now I will talk about the famous incident in RMS Titanic. The popularity of James Cameron's 1997 film served as catalyst for increasing interest following the wreckage discovery in 1985. The Titanic sank on April 14, 1912 as a result of iceberg collision, which claimed a large number of lives. The British investigation got underway in May 1912. Second Officer Charles Lightoller, the most senior officer who survived, was one of the significant witnesses. He defended his superior conduct, especially Captain Smith's stand against reducing the ship's space.
Hi, my name is Nurul Aidina Hanismiti Mohta. Let's continue about the incident. There was a lot of confusion on the ship according to many passengers. Many passengers, including crew members, were unconcerned about the hazard for a while because no general warning was ever issued. Additionally, the subsequent British investigation blamed the event on the ship's excessive pace of navigation. The passengers and crew felt confused and unprepared as a result of the absence of a general warning and sufficient lifeboat practice. Although the ship was built to sustain damage to a certain number of compartments, the incident damaged more than it could handle, causing flooding. The investigation of the debris therefore led to the conclusion that the iceberg created multiple thin gauges, brittle fractures, and seam separations in the hull plates, which allowed water to flow in. There is concern that the sinking may have been caused by poor quality components or weak rivets.